Do we need my green screen up?
Just leave it.
Can you put a picture on that while we're live?
Live right now, John. What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again. John, you've gone funny again. Do you know what? As soon as I come off this screen, you change different sizes on there, you naughty boy. How are you?
Brilliant. I'm all right, you?
Yeah, I'm good. So obviously this is my morning Premier League predictions video. Now, usually I do this at 10 o'clock, and last week I didn't do one at all, but you said you wanted to be on this week, so it's an absolute pleasure having you on here, John, right now with me.
Thank you.
Thank
you very
obviously,
much.
We've got the watch along later today, so that should be exciting as well. We've got people in the comments already, so I know you haven't got the comments in front of you, so I'm just going to shout a few of them out. FL Games, yes, lads, up the fucking Toffees. Couldn't agree more. Blue Boys Network, that was you, I'm guessing. You've put yo. Lenny X Plays X. Fingers crossed Richie is fit. Absolutely. If you shout loud enough, I've heard he's fit. Scott 1878. Hello,
Gorgeous.
lads. Darren S, morning guys. Darren S, announce Godfrey. Well, look, if that's what you want, we will happily announce Godfrey Monday at 6 p.m. And then we'll have some shocking, sensational last-minute signing, which will no doubt be Josh King from Bournemouth and Milik from Napoli. You've heard it here first. I'm chatting complete shit. It might not be, but that you never know. Right, John, we're going to just fly through the predictions then. For this week's games. We're starting off with Chelsea against Crystal Palace. Chelsea, obviously, have had a little bit of a weird season, really. I wouldn't say that their new signings have bedded in as quick as people possibly wanted them to. I would say that they've, struggled, to be fair. I'm not going to sit here and say opposite there. I think they've struggled this season. So, what's your thoughts on Chelsea?
I think this is the problem you have, Michael. When you bring quite a few new players in, it does take them time to bed in and get used to how each other plays. So, listen, I have no doubt Chelsea are going to have an okay season because they have brought quality in. They've strengthened at the back. They've brought Havertz in. They've brought Werner in. Chelsea are going to have a good season, but it does take time. When you bring a certain amount of players in, new players, to get used to it, to get used to the Premier League, to get used to their teammates, to get used to how Frank Lampard wants to play. So
Frank Larden, brilliant.
It's Bin's brother. So I do see Chelsea improving, but Chelsea's a team that Everton could, fight out for one of them European places. No doubt in my mind, and I said this before the season started, I do think Everton, I should be looking at the teams, the likes of your Chelseas, your Arsenals, your Man Uniteds. But as I say, it's going to take time for Chelsea to hit to get going. But I have no doubt they will. Crystal Palace, have started okay. They had a couple of good results. Yet Everton beat them last week. Was a good game, to be fair. Palace did give us a good game in, last weekend. But I'm going for a draw on this. I think it's two teams who can blow hot and cold. We spoke about Chelsea, and the problems they may have. Palace, depending on their confidence from Everton beating them last week. So I'm going for a 1-1 in this.
Fair dues, yeah. And I think Chelsea scraped this, but it's just because of the home advantage. But I absolutely bang on agree with your points. I think Chelsea will bed in. I think Palace will play well, but I just think Chelsea will just have too much. So I go 2-1. We move on to our 3 o'clock kickoff of the day. It's Everton against Brighton at Goodison Park. A game where, look, let's put it as brutally honest as we possibly can. We are absolutely on top form. You know, we're losing Allen, which is going to be a loss this week, no doubt about it. We've lost Kenny, who is obviously our cover at right back. Holgate's already injured, so we go into this game and we may not really know who the right back is, if you get what I mean. You know, if Coleman got injured, we ain't got a clue who's coming in to replace him today, which is an interesting dilemma, really. Also, on top of that, I think you've got 2 teams that Brighton are playing fairly well. They were unlucky against Man United last week. They got up against an Everton side that are absolutely flying. I think this is going to be a good game of football, enjoyable game of football. But look, I think Everton absolutely walk this. And I'm going 2-0, but I'm going a fairly comfortable 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a game where both teams attack. You know, Brighton have showed that this season. Obviously, Everton have, you know, the scoring goals for fun. Going back to your John Joe Kenny shout, I think whether he was fit or not, I think Coleman would have come straight back in today. You know, he's had a flyer to the start of the season, Coleman. It will be a tough game. I do think Everton's quality will be too much for Brighton. So I'm going 2-0, just like you. I think it'll be... I don't think it'll be a comfortable 2-0, but I think it'll be a well-deserved 2-0 victory to Everton. So I'm going 2-0 in this one.
Yep, fair dues. So we go for the same score there. We move on to the 5:30 kick-off. Leeds against Man City. Do you know what? Well, and I'm going to say this as it is. I think Man City have started quite poorly. They looked really disjointed the other week. Defensively, they're not good enough. I know that they've brought in Ruben Diaz, but, you know, 65 million quid for a lad with no Premier League experience is scary. Nathan Ake's come from Bournemouth, which, you know, no disrespect to him, but he's never massively done it for me, Nathan Ake. So I think this one, again, could be quite an interesting game. And I think, well, I think Leeds might scrape this at home. I think it might be a 2-1 Leeds win.
Totally agree. It's going to be a game where there's a lot of goals. You know, Man City can score goals for fun. Leeds scored 4, you know, away to Liverpool. I think, did they win 3-0 last week, was it? Or something like that. I can't remember. But, you know, Leeds are scoring goals every game they've played in. Nathan Ake, a lot of money for someone who is a decent centre-half, but he's never, ever worth that much. You know, they brought Ruben Diaz in, as you quite rightly say. I do expect him to make his debut today. Leeds at home, it's going to be an open game, a very, very open game. Both teams are going to go at each other tooth and nail. You know, we've seen how Leeds can perform on the attack against the shite. So I'm going, same as you. I think home advantage will go in Leeds' favour. I don't think they'll show any fear whatsoever against Man City. No. I'm agreeing with you on the scoreline, Michael, 2-1.
Yeah, I'm also just going to give a few more shout-outs. We've got Raymond Sherry here. Up, lads. Yep, good lad. Thomas Hanrahan. 3-1 win here, fellas. Yep, couldn't agree more. Rob Stewart. Why is John sat in his gazebo? Brilliant. That's his green screen. We've been doing some videos this morning. Fucking hell, brilliant. Darren S. Gomez injured too. Yes, he is. Although, to be fair, I actually think he might have been dropped for this game anyway. I thought Sigurdsson played quite well this season. Mark the Narc. Morning, lads. Hope we bladder these today. Couldn't agree more. Luke Anderson up the Toffees. Alex C-H. How's it going, lads? 3-1. It's going beautiful. And Thomas Harahan. If Coleman gets injured, Dean can slot into right back like a nervous cuckoo. Dean would be fine. Yeah, well, possibly. And then Niels and nkounkou could go at left back. I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Right, we move on to the 8 o'clock kickoff today. Newcastle v Burnley. Newcastle at home. Burnley... I think your issue you've got with teams like Burnley and Newcastle is you don't actually know how they're going to turn up. You know, Burnley haven't won a game yet, 2 straight defeats, and Newcastle 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat. You know, again, you don't know what you're going to get from either team. Sean Dyche will go there, be disciplined and strong, but I do think Newcastle may just have a bit too much for Burnley. And I think, again, like last season, Burnley are having a slow start to this season. So, me personally, I'll go 1-0 Newcastle. What do you do, John?
Yeah, listen, you've got to watch a typical Sean Dyche side today, aren't you? You know, they've done it for many years now. They grind out results. They'll put the odd really good performance in. Every player knows his job. I say that quite often with certain teams. Newcastle have brought quite a few players in. You know, they've signed a player from Bournemouth. Newcastle should be doing better for me. Yeah, Wilson, you know, Newcastle for me should be doing better than what they are with the players they've got. I don't think Steve Bruce is that much of a good manager. I do think if Newcastle do get taken over, then he will move on, Steve Bruce. I think they're going to want to bring someone in of a more high caliber who's had success, who's won trophies. I'm not a lover of Newcastle, and I think, you know, my head's ruling my heart here, but I'm gonna go for a Burnley 1-0 win today. I think they'll grind the results out. I don't expect it to be a good game by any stretch of the imagination. You know, I think it'll be a poor game, and I think one goal will win it, and I'm going for the Burnley 1-0 win.
Okay, fair dues. We move on to tomorrow, 12 o'clock kickoff, Leicester City against West Ham. Leicester City, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Leicester City are equally flying like we are. Knocked out of the cup by Arsenal, but you know, Arsenal have started the season fairly well as well. So I think Leicester City win this game. West Ham obviously dismantled Wolves last week, showed they've got a little bit more than what people possibly expected. But for me, yeah, I think Leicester win this game 3-0.
Yeah, I agree with you about West Ham. You know, they beat Wolves and then they put a good performance up against Everton, but you never really know what you're going to get with a West Ham team. It looks like David Moyes is still in quarantine, which could affect them. You know, you've got Alan Irvine on the touchline there. I rate Brendan Rodgers very highly. I think he's a really, really good manager. You know, they were unlucky last season not to get into the Champions League. They sort of fell away when the season started again. I think Leicester win this game quite comfortably. I'm going for a 2-0 win to Leicester and an easy win, to be fair.
Yeah, fair dues. Southampton versus West Brom. A game that, look, West Brom got a point last week against Chelsea after being 3-0 up. They conceded 3 second-half goals. They conceded 5 against us. They conceded 3 against Leicester on the opening day of the season. West Brom's issue is they can go forward. They have got players that can score goals. You know, Diagana, but they can't defend. I mean, Diagana for life there. I mean, they cannot score. They can't defend. They're going up against the Southampton side that has Danny Ings up front, which is always a dangerous side. Nathan Redmond on one corner. You know, they lost Højbjerg, but you know, looking at the league table, Southampton again 1 win, 2 defeats. Again, we're talking about teams that just we don't know what they're going to do this season yet. It's far too early for me. Southampton win this just because of the home advantage, and I'll go quite a tight 1-0 game.
Yeah, again, 2 teams, quite rightly say, you don't know what you're going to get with them. It all depends how much that throwing away 3 goals last week will affect West Brom and their confidence. I'm going for a 2-1 win to West Brom, to be fair. They are capable of scoring goals. If they can sort their defensive frailties out, you know, I'm going for a 2-1 win to West Brom today. Or tomorrow.
Yep, fair dues. I'm just going to read a couple more of the comments. Dean Ambrose, another win and things looking good. Luke Anderson, I'm scared for today. Alan is so important for us and thought of having Delphin Davis in midfield gives me heat palpitations. He means heart. Luke Adair, come on you Blues. Alex CH thinking 1-1 Newcastle Burnley. Yeah, get your predictions in here, guys. Let us know what you're thinking. Dean Ambrose, everyone hit the like button. Come on, they deserve it. Keep up the good work. And one thing I want to say this week is obviously me and John, over the last sort of couple of weeks, we've been trying to help some of the community guys. You know, John's reached out to Joe, offered him free taxi rides for pretty much ever, bless him. We've also bought a couple of shirts for young kids this week. So Isaac was one last week. We bought one for Ellie this week. So all of the money that is made through these streams, it goes back to the community. I mean, literally, John doesn't earn a penny out of this. And what I get is basically covering the equipment, the stream, the new designs and everything, the new intros, and on top of that, we've got some quite exciting animations to come, but John doesn't know that because he's doing his pictures for them today, and I've just broke that news to him live. Look at his little smirk on his face because I've seen the pictures and fucking brilliant. Right, we're going to the next one, Wolves against Fulham. Now I'm just going to say this as it is. Are you ready? Fulham cannot defend. They can't.
Shite. Absolutely shocking, aren't they?
Wolves.
The worst of West Brom.
Yeah. Wolves can score. They had an off week last week, but they can score a lot of goals. I'm going 5-1 Wolves.
Wow. Jesus wept. I don't think it'll be that much of a scoreline. You quite rightly say, I've watched Fulham. I watch every game of football, and Fulham are absolutely shite at the back. I get the feeling with Fulham, they'll be happy to win games 5-4, a bit like Newcastle used to do years ago. They don't mind conceding as long as they score.
And Leeds this season, yeah.
This season 4-3. They've got Mitrovic there, who's very, very capable. He's played in the Premier League before. Everton were linked with him quite a few years back, and I can see why. He's great in the air. I think Wolves will have too much for them, though. Listen, out of two teams, you have to back Wolves. I'm not going to go 5-1, such a landslide, but I am going to say 3-0. I'm going to go for 3-0. Wolves win. I think Fulham will go right back down, and it's because they just can't defend. And you have to be able to defend against the quality that's in the Premier League, and it just hasn't strengthened there. I think they were on the verge of signing, Fulham were on the verge of signing a defender the other day. I don't know if they've got that one over the line yet. But looking at Fulham, they need more than one defender there. They need a whole lot because they're very poor at the back.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if Ryan Sessegnon goes from Tottenham back to Fulham on loan. Just a little bit of transfer stuff. Yeah. For our watch along, obviously, on Monday night, 6 till 11, make sure you join us for that, guys, because it's going to be a fucking cracker. Well, we move on to Arsenal, Sheffield United, 2 o'clock tomorrow. Arsenal win this game. Sheffield United have not started well at all. Conceding goals, not really playing the same way that Wilder sort of had them set up last season either. I feel like they're starting to lose a little bit of their identity, which is a bit of a concern for them. They will get it back. I don't think they'll go down. I just think they've had a rough start to the season, very similar to what Burnley did last season. I'm going for an Arsenal win. I'm going for a fairly comfortable Arsenal win. I'm going 2-0.
Yeah, I think what you find with Sheffield United, Michael, is teams may have found them out now the way they play.
Yeah.
Had a great season last season under Chris Wilder, an absolute phenomenal season. But I just think now teams probably got onto how they play, and Chris Wilder hasn't changed the formation or how he plays to sort of counteract that and change the way they're going to play. Arsenal, they beat the shite the other night in the Cup. Liverpool beat them last week in the league, but again, I think it's one of them games where Arsenal are going to have too much for the Sheffield United team that haven't started the season well. I'm going for a 3-0 win to Arsenal.
Yeah, fair dues. And we've got 2 games left, but I'm just going to read through some of these last comments. Luke Anderson, Blue Boys Network in the community. Well, we try. Luke Anderson, that's why I love our club. RP CAF, message retracted. By message. Drew Yardley, taxi for Brighton. Yeah, probably. Dean Ambrose, can't wait to see the new pics. Brilliant. John's doing the helicopter with his special bits. Kennesek Kennedy, think we have got to get past this I'm scared of the opponent. Easy win today. Do you know what? I actually agree with that, and I mentioned that on a live stream. RPCAF, Delph just doesn't offer anything going forward compared to Gomez or Allen. I think it could be a slow game, but trusting our attackers to get 3 points. I think it's a fair shout. Delph does offer nothing going forward, but he did play all right against West Ham, so let's hope that if he plays today, he has another good game. Mike Owen, all right, lads, bit worried about today. Carlos said, might be surprised in regards to transfer in the press conference. Reckon there will be one more after Godfrey. Yeah, I reckon it might be 1 or 2, depending on who goes. Dean Ambrose, think United's keeper would put the fear of God into Pickford? Probably. SJAA, how big an impact will it have for the derby that all South American players for both teams have been away for 2 games for World Cup qualifying?
Yeah,
I think they're used to it.
Yeah, I did watch Ancelotti's presser yesterday, and he did say, depending on how he comes back, if he's tired, he does arrive back in the country one day before the Derby game. Ancelotti did admit if he's not up to speed and he's tired, jet lag or what have you, he could possibly start that game on the bench. Personally, I'd start him, try and get a 3 or 4-0 goal lead against the shite, and then take him off.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. If not 6 or 7.
Or 67.
Yeah, or 69. Rob Stewart, I'm going with your predictions and then putting them in my accumulator every week. If I don't win anything, I can blame both of you. Saves me throwing the cat at the telly.
And if you if you do win, don't forget about us.
Yeah, that's it. Dean oh God, we've gone 5. I've gone 5-1 Wolves. You can pick and choose between mine and John's, can't you? Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose, helicopter. Luke Anderson, Malpay sits at the top of his stairs and pretends he's the chaser.
Singing Sweet Caroline.
Singing Sweet Caroline, yeah. Well, we move on to Man United versus Spurs. A really interesting game. Two teams that, contrasting forms. The United fans' heads are falling off absolutely everywhere. They are, friends. Because they're not siding anyone. And Tottenham, they're really bigging it up. They've signed Bayor, they've bought in Vinicius or Vincenzus from Benfica, who's meant to be a very good striker who scores a lot of goals. I think Spurs will win this. I think they'll go to Man United and they'll win. I think Man United are a bit of a mess. There's no doubt Man United going forward are a good side. Martial, Greenwood, Rashford. They've got quality players. Pogba behind will pull the strings, etc. But look, for me, I think Spurs will probably just have too much, and I'll go for a Spurs 1-0 win.
I think it'll be a close game. Totally agree. You don't know what you're going to get with these two teams. I didn't think Tottenham were that good against Everton first game of the season. United just seem in tatters for me. They've got quality players there, but they've got a lot of overrated players as well, Michael. They spent, I think it was £80 million on Harry Maguire. For me, he's not worth that. Pogba is hot and cold. Many, many times he spat his dummy out about not wanting to be there. He's still there. Are you going to get 100% off Paul Pogba this season? In my opinion, you're not. So the way Man United are going, I wouldn't give it long if the results continue and the performances continue the way they're going. But Ollie will be looking over his shoulder. I really do. He could be one of the first managers to go, in my opinion, Solskjaer.
Yeah, certainly while Poch is available.
Yeah. Poch is still without a job. I think if I was a betting man, I'd put money on Pochettino ending up at Man United at some point in his career. Without a doubt. I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going 2-1 Tottenham. I think with the players Tottenham have brought in, Mourinho will want to get one over on Man United. There's no doubt about that. For me, Tottenham just shade this game 2-1.
Yeah. Rob Stewart, I won't, lads. He's not going to forget us when he's a millionaire from our predictions, John. So that's very nice of you, Rob. Appreciate that. James Crossing, watching from the US at 2:42 a.m. Lovely to see you, mate. Jesus.
Nice to know you stayed up to watch us.
Yeah, remember, we got to watch along in 6 hours, so get some sleep. Harry Fraud, morning. Harry. Morning. Yeah, so I've gone 1-0 Spurs. What did you go, John? I mean, you spoke.
2-1.
2-1. And the last game of the weekend, and I am slightly looking forward to this. It's Aston Villa against Liverpool. Now, Villa have strengthened this season. There's no getting around that. They have strengthened, and they've brought in some decent players. They've also brought in a few animals. They brought in a particular rat, which I'm not a big fan of rats, to be honest, but they've brought one in.
Unless his name's Kevin.
I think Liverpool. Look, we know what Liverpool are capable of. But I semi-think that Villa might get a draw here. I don't know whether that's optimism, whether it's hope, but I do think they might get a draw at home against Liverpool. I'm gonna go 2-2 because I think I can't believe I'm about to say this. Well, I can. But I actually think the Villa midfield is better than the Liverpool midfield, based for attacking, not defending.
Anyone's field's better than Liverpool's.
Not defending. You know, the workhorses, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, they all work really hard, and I get that. It's difficult to break them down because of that. But going forward, Grealish, Barkley, McGinn will definitely hurt Liverpool. So for me, if Villa can put the ball in the onion bag, 2-2. If they can't, 2-0 Liverpool.
Right, Villa have started the season well. There's no doubt getting around that. You know,
they haven't conceded a goal, John. They haven't conceded a goal in the league.
They haven't conceded a goal. They've started the season a lot better than what they started last season, and also how they ended it. You know, they just stayed up to now. I know it's only not been many games, but Villa for me have been the surprise package in the league. Yeah. You know, not conceding a goal. They've got Mane out with coronavirus. And for me, out them front three, Mane, Salah and Firmino, Mane's the best out of three, in my opinion. If Liverpool lost him, it'd be a massive gap to plug. At the back, they are conceding goals. You've got Gomez and Van Dijk, who haven't looked that rock that they have been, you know, especially last season. Van Dijk's been to blame for a couple of goals this season. I honestly think Villa can get something out this game. As you say, you've got Jack Grealish pulling the strings. If he can get the balls in behind or run at that Liverpool defence, I can see Villa getting something out this game. I'm going for a 3-0 Villa win.
Jesus, I wasn't expecting 3-0. Jesus Christ. Fair enough. Okay, well, look, guys, that is it. Thank you. We don't usually do these live. They're usually recorded, but today we were both free. I'm going out in a minute just before we sort out the watch along at about 2:30. We will be live from 20 to 3. Yeah, I just thought we'd do it live this morning, John. It's quite nice, eh?
Yeah, enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope I can come on most weeks for this live Premier League predictions. And again, thanks very much for the people who have joined us this morning. I know it is early. Go and get yourself some breakfast. Get yourself some cans in for the watch along this afternoon. I'm sure it's going to be another belter. And again, it's going to be another Everton victory, and we will go back to the top of the league.
Absolutely. I'm just going to read the last few comments. Bobo Tet, let's start a GoFundMe page for Man United to keep Ollie as manager. Well, they'll get relegated like Leeds if we do. Harry Ford, any news on Godfrey? We don't know, mate. King Arthur, USA, 3 a.m. And King Arthur, this is why we love you. And look at John's background. You see he's decorated. Harry Ford, we're going to miss Alan. We are. RP Calf, 3-0 Villa win. Haha, bold. Very bold. John is going bold.
To be fair, it was tongue-in-cheek. If Villa were playing anybody else, I probably wouldn't have given that scoreline, but wouldn't it be absolutely fantastic?
Lynn Babington, laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Thomas Harahan, just a reminder to everyone to vote for Carlo Ancelotti this month and DCL as player of the manager. If we can get Everton to the top of the iTunes charts, then surely we can get Dom and Carlo the awards. Absolutely. Blasemi hope they don't win them, because if they don't win them...
A blessing that disguise, can't it, sometimes? You know, how many times have we seen the manager get manager of the month and they lose the next game?
And then have a stinker,
Yeah, so to be honest with you, it doesn't ask me if you get it or not. Let's just keep this Everton bandwagon on track, keep it rolling. I'm not asked about personal awards because, as I say, sometimes they can come back to bite you on the arse.
King Arthur, USA, 3 a.m. California, nearly going to bed. Well, remember to wake up in 5 hours for our watch along. James Crossing, when will Godfrey be active at Everton? No idea, mate. Matthew Rawley, thanks so much, lads. Great job from 7:45 in Australia. Look, we're going global, John. We're global. I'm sitting in a little room in Birmingham. You're in Liverpool, little island in the middle of the world, and you've got people in America, people in Australia. What a time to be a Blue Boys networker. So press that join button. Harry Ford, I'm sure Godfrey will be a great signing. He's strong, he's big, he's quick. What do you think of Godfrey? Just quick.
Yeah, I think in years to come, it's going to be him and Allgate at the back. You know, I did see a video going around this morning of him in a gym, sparring or boxing or whatever you want to call it. He's an absolute beast. He's a beast. And this is someone we've needed at the back. Someone with that stature, someone who's got pace, someone who can bring the ball out, has got a shot. Yeah, Mean is a big fella, but he puts the shit up me. And I think Godfrey will be more composed on the ball. Listen, I don't want to big him up too much, but in Carlo, we trust. If Carlo Ancelotti wants Ben Godfrey, then I want him. I know we were linked with him in January, as Michael quite rightly said. I think it was yesterday on the preview. Man United's were after him as well. You know, there was some European teams after him. So listen, he is a decent player. We have got to give him time. He's 22 years of age. Looks like he's signing a 5-year contract. It could be announced any time now. I don't expect any problems getting the Ben Godfrey deal over the line. The sooner the better. Then hopefully if we are bringing the other one or two in that Michael mentions, we can work on them over the weekend for Monday. Yeah,
spot on. Dale Watcher, not Hurley here in Australia. King Arthur, very professional background, John. I completely agree. King Arthur USA, California says hello, and I say hello to California. I've got family in Florida, so Lynn Babington, West Brom first win today, possibly, but I think it might be a bit of a struggle there, Lynn, to be honest, away at Southampton. I think you should have won last week against Chelsea, but that is what it is. And 1878, hi mate, hi. King Arthur USA, hello. I'm knackered, 3 a.m. It's great to see you though.
Go and get your head down, Kingy. Have yourself a couple of large bourbons, get your head down and get up for the mighty watch along. That will be this afternoon.
Lynn Babington, I'm in Dudley. It's about 10 miles away from where I am. King Arthur USA, sell Pickford. We get the point, sell Pickford.
I don't think Everton will be bringing a goalkeeper in, but
I wouldn't mind one.
I wouldn't mind one, don't get me wrong. Wherever Pickford goes, I'll drive him there for nothing. But just going back to the John Joe Kenny situation before we do end the stream, it wouldn't surprise me if we bring a right back in now. Apparently he's out 4 to 6 weeks and you can't rely on Seamus Coleman. You know, yeah, he started the season well, but the leg break did affect him. You know, I didn't think he was up to much last season. You can't really rely on Seamus Coleman with his age, you know, and expect him to play game after game after game. Lucky enough, the next round of the Carabao Cup is until December, so we haven't got that to worry about. But I wouldn't be surprised if Everton brought a right back in. Just hope it's not Tadibi.
Yeah, imagine. Big Nozzer, great show, boys. Godfrey will be class, no worries. James Crossing, the other one or two. Yeah, possibly one or two, we'll see. Massimo, who's you playing today? We are playing Brighton. James Crossing, I'm in California too, Arthur. The green suits you. There you go, John. Green suits you, John. Harry Ford, I think Delph will start today in place of Alan. I agree, I think he will. Jacob, 1878. We'll be watching the watch-along from Oman tonight. Wow. King Arthur, James, where are you?
Let's hope it's an omen and we win.
James Crossing, Bay Area. I tell you what, there's some money here. King Arthur and James Crossing, there's some money here. These two people are loaded. The Bay Area of California is particularly beautiful. Santa Barbara, I tell you what, you lot, oh my God, where's my holidays, you lot? Pay for us to come over, man.
There. Donate to the Blue Boys Network.
Massimo, you see Mane got COVID, now along with Thiago, might spread to the entire team. Yeah, and they'll have to forfeit the game like Leyton Orient did against Arsenal. They'll have to forfeit the Merseyside derby. So, look.
Oh, yes, and they wouldn't claw them 3 points back.
No, they wouldn't, because Everton are the fucking best. 15 points after 5 games up the Toffees. 3-0 win, I'll take that. King Arthur, Santa Barbara, James Crossing, nice. I'll go to school at IO. There you go, there's all our money gone. He's a student. I'd donate if I wasn't a poor college student. Jesus.
You're okay, mate.
Sorry, James. You keep the money, mate. James McCulper, hi, lads. King Arthur, when did you get the background? We've both got one. We've had one for months. I bought John that background.
You did?
I did. James Hayward, hi, lads. Lovely weather for the game. Yeah, it's absolutely pissing down here in Birmingham. And Andrew...
It's 5 degrees at Liverpool.
I bet it is, yeah. I can tell by your tan. Andrew Bowen, you lads are great. Love watching you. Apart from Godfrey, do you think we will bring anyone else in? I personally believe we will bring Josh King in and Milik. I have no inside information. It is just what my gut feeling is telling me. However, my gut feeling told me last season that we were signing Zaha, Zuma and Decore, and we ended up with Iwobi, so don't hold me to it.
And Messi and Ronaldo.
James,
and just to add to the Josh King rumour, Josh King didn't play last night for Bournemouth. Apparently,
he's got
a
migraine.
Yeah, migraine 3 days before the transfer window when he's ever present for them, I think. So, listen, let's put 2 and 2 together and see what happens on Monday. But for £10 million, last year of his contract at Bournemouth, I would take Josh King.
Oh, yeah, I rate Josh King very highly. Always Rich Coleman, a new arsehole. Andrew Bowen, you lads are great. Love watching you. Apart from Godfrey, yeah, I've just mentioned that. James Hayward, up the fucking Toffees. Elliot D, love the channel, boys. Reckon we'll see Ellis Sims on the bench today. I think he's probably right. I think we will probably see Ellis Sims because Keane won't be there. King Arthur, Mike, great taste. It's 85 degrees here. Fires. Oh, be careful then, mate. Lynn Babington, I decorated my kitchen after seeing your greystone wallpaper. There you go. His bedroom wallpaper does look like kitchen wallpaper, right? King Arthur, smoke air quality poor. I can imagine. Just stay safe with his fires over there, mate. I haven't checked the news, I must say. Make a stand 5. My team, Brighton, will struggle with your forwards today. Please keep the score respectable. Cheers, Mike and John. We absolutely will, mate. And obviously, we do wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. I've got a little soft spot for Brighton. So, obviously, I hope you lose today. But I hope that you have a decent season. You stay in the league and we get to play many more. And hopefully next season, me and John could come down to Brighton and actually come the game because, you know, a lot of Brighton fans actually watch this stream, so appreciate it.
Sure, he can. He's a Brighton fan as well.
He is, yeah, he is. Cal Bundle, seeing James makes me question my sexuality. To be honest, many people have said that about John.
I've been doing that for 27 years, so you're not the only one.
I'm used to it. James Cossin, lots of smoke here too, Arthur. So there must be some significant fires in California. Can you two stay safe? We need you available for the watch along later today. Matt Simo, Everton to retain 100% record, ? Absolutely. All season, 38 games, Carabao Cup games and FA Cup games. We win the fucking lot. We are the Invincibles. James Hayward, I'm in High Wycombe. Same here too, lads. Pissing down there. I love High Wycombe. It's a lovely place. Used to go down there to, obviously, for my job, I used to go down there and go and see some people. So, nice people there. Brilliant. King Arthur USA, Liverpool, are they in lockdown? They're not in lockdown. Jonathan Ryan, I love watching your channel. Come on, Everton, 3-0 up, Toffees, and thank you, Mike and John, what you do for the people. People deserve it, mate. We're just faces of the channel, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that put a lot of effort into this channel, like me. And and obviously Kane does the thumbnails and John occasionally turns up to do a video. King Arthur USA, a dirty weekend in Brighton, John and Mike. Absolutely. It's
not between me and Michael. I'm stressed.
I can think of plenty of things to stick in, John. Georgie boy, only team who have won all the matches in the Premier League and Cups so far is Everton. Cal Blundell, I'd rather listen to Sam Allardyce autograph. Oh, for God's sake, guys. Stop going. I can't comment on them, guys. I can't.
Okay. Just going back to that comment there, Everton are the only team unbeaten in the league in the Carabao Cup.
John started rapping there, everyone. Jesus Christ.
Everton are actually the only unbeaten team in the country.
Oh, you're a beautiful. Let me do a Brendan Rodgers impression for you, John. You're a beautiful, beautiful man with a beautiful, beautiful attitude.
You got beautiful biceps.
And the way that you've just conveyed that story to me is beautiful, beautiful way. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, they're really progressive and as a team we're going forwards and it's really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. You know, and you
you're a bad knob.
I am a bad knob. A few comments about Toffee TV. I'm not going to read them out. I'm not. James Hayward hammers his hair. He's like Superman's, never moves. He absolutely
Doesn't move. I want some of the jelly users. Jesus
He's
Christ.
the fittest man I've ever met. King Arthur USA, you guys are real, honest. We try to be. Brad the lad, Chelsea 3-1, Crystal Palace. Cal Blundell, I heard Tom Davies had a move to the Championship. Then I woke up to worse news. Oh shit! Cal, thought that was a joke then, and then I heard that Tom Davies had moved to the Championship. Then I woke up worse news than losing me nan. Oh, I see what you've done there. I see what you've done. You've made a joke out of losing your nan because we've still got... Oh, well done, Cal Blundell, lad. Brad the lad, Everton 4-2. Brad the lad, Leeds United 2-0. King Arthur, you are the best front two in broadcast. And we are waiting for the TV companies to start getting in touch with us because I'm not being funny. We are better than Young Philly and Chunks. We are the best. And
we're waiting for Pornhub.
Brilliant. So they're on about weekends away to Brighton and you're on about Pornhub. Brilliant. You're giving away our sexuality, John. James Hayward, best team in the land. Fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful it is. Marcus Stanford. What beers will you be drinking today, lads? I'm on tea today. John will probably be on tea as well, won't you?
Yeah, I'm not drinking lately, to be fair.
Brad the lad, Newcastle 1-1 with Burnley. Fair. Big Noz out. You auditioning for BGT, Mike. Great impressions. You should hear me Scouse accent. No, don't hear me Scouse accent. Fuck it, I'll be booted off my own channel. Darren Ryan going 2-0 Everton today. I think Brighton, good side, be a tough game. Cal Blundell, to be honest, it's killing me, Nan, getting rid of Tom Davies. Sorry, Nan, it's time to go. Fucking brilliant. Brad the lad, Leicester City 4-0 against West Ham. Decent scoreline that. This is where I get my Everton fix weekly. That's James Crossing. Thanks for all you guys do. No problem at all, mate. Lynn Babington, Rodriguez wants to take it easy on the Botox. Looks like Ken, Barbie's boyfriend.
Oh, Michael.
Brilliant. Brad the lad, 2-2, West Brom, Southampton. So, Lynn, Brad the lad thinks you're going to get a result here. Yeah, that's not bad. Dr. Lynn Yap, hi lads, nice to see you both again. AE, do you mean the AE as in accident and emergency? Because we might need it.
Well, if he fucking carries on.
Massimo, John's been watching hentai, Jesus, he loves it. King Arthur, will you be able to interview former players like Dave Thomas? He's blind. Possibly, mate. We've got a few connections we can ask. Ben Linyap, is Ben Godfrey confirmed coming in? It's not, but I'm sure he will do. Thanks, Mike and John, for this.
He's in the city. Apparently, he's in the city.
Yeah, he's in the city. Right, we are going to leave it there. See you all for the watch-along today. Brad the lad's final few predictions. Wolverhampton 3-0 against Fulham. Arsenal 2-0 against Sheffield United. Quick. Brad, quick. You've got 10 seconds to put the other ones in. Quick. Man United, Tottenham. Come on, Brad. Quicker. And that's the end of the stream. Guys, I shall see you soon. See you later today for the watch-along. Up the fucking Toffees. 2-1 Man United v Spurs. And come on, Brad. I'm literally giving you the last fucking chance here, man. And Villa 2, Liverpool 3. Guys, see you soon. Make sure you rewatch this because we need to hit 1,000 views on this video. This is why we've done it live, because this video absolutely shits it every week. We only get about 2.2 milli views. Yep. No views. So help me. Help us. Reshare. Love you all. See you soon. Peace.